Good day, everybody. It's wonderful to have you all here. Selamat Hari Raya to all my friends in Malaysia and Indonesia. I hope you had a great weekend. Just a quick introduction for my company and myself. My background has been about 2 decades in the building industry with different types of building materials. Unfortunately, those 2 decades were spent producing a lot of carbon for the industry. What we've done now is try to transform that carbon producing into carbon absorbing. So if you look at what we're trying to do now with our shelter technology is to upcycle Knopf based biomass into useful building material. And we use the waste component for the plants for that. And mix that with industrial waste lime. So could I go back up one slide, please? Yeah, so how has COVID-19 impacted us? You know, our businesses in Malaysia and Indonesia and all over, Singapore as well, including mine, have all been practically shut down. The supply chains have stopped. There's increases in costs we expect to come. You know, the toughest thing is to see all our migrant workers locked down in their dormitories. Some of them are not even being fed properly. They're not able to send money home now to their families. It's a really tough situation. Food sustainability. That's tough too because of desertification of many of the farmlands in this region. You know, climate change has affected the paddy crops very drastically, and we need to take a serious look at that. Otherwise, these paddy farmers are going to go hungry, right? And to top it all off, we're still having climate change. You know, our construction industry in the built environment produces 40% of the greenhouse gases, and it's getting worse, right? It's not improving. So what are we trying to do here? Next slide, please. We're taking Knopf. Knopf is a very fast-growing hibiscus plant, which matures in 4 months. We can harvest this several times a year, and we can take all of the parts of the Knopf plant, the fibers, the core, and even the leaves and shoots, and make it into useful materials. So we do this very quickly, and we try to do that with prefab construction. Next slide, please. What am I doing right now? Locked down at home? Well, we are trying to, you know, decentralize our production. We're trying to work out a new strategy where we can use technology such as 3D printing, such as prefabrication, so that we can come back, you know, into the industry and continue building low-cost housing for our fellow brothers and sisters. Next slide.
30 seconds.
Yep. So with Knopf, basically we're looking at producing this type of circular economy where we can help the farmers have an income year-round, not just seasonal, but then also be able to produce very useful jobs and an economy in the both in the construction as well as in the agro sector as well, by producing animal feed. And Knopf itself can be eaten as a good plant, a nutritious plant source. All right. Thank you.
Great, and I think there's one more slide for Tim's contact. Fantastic.